Adding attachments to your calendar events is a great way to really make your calendar become an excellent resource for your students, a place where they can go and see what was covered in class and collect relevant attachments that will help them complete their work. So let's look at how you can attach something to a calendar event. So in this example, I'm going with a third grade classroom, and so you might want to create an event for each subject for each day. You can just list it as science, or an alternative is to set up a different calendar for each subject. But for a third grade classroom, I see parents and students wanting to visit just one calendar, not having to click through science, language arts, reading, writing, math, and all of the separate subjects in separate calendar formats. So I've created an event, just called it Science. I'm going to select this event, and then when I edit details, you can say I typed in what we covered this day. This is also a great job you can delegate to one of your students. And I want to attach this web quest. I said it's attached, but I haven't actually attached it yet. So I'm going to go into this feature right here, which is add an attachment. And Google gives me two options. I can go into my drive, or items that people have shared with me in my drive, or I can upload something from my computer, say a Word document, or even a PowerPoint presentation we covered in class. So I'm going to look over here on the right, and I see the Science Web Quest right there. I'm going to choose this file, and I'm going to select it. Now Science Web Quest is an attachment that students will be able to see and download. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. The glitch to adding attachments, however, is even though this is a public calendar, it's very easy for me to attach a file that doesn't have public permissions. So if a student were to go into my event, and instead of edit event, it'll say view event for them, and they tried to download the Science Web Quest, if the permission was not set to public on the Science Web Quest, they'll get a message that they don't have permission to view it. So just a little shortcut I have that I've created for all of the items that I like to attach to my website is within my Google Drive, I have created a folder called Public Uploads for the Web. And anytime I want to put something on my website and make sure students can view it, I will often dump it in this folder if I can't remember if I've adjusted the permissions properly or if I'm uploading a new document. So if you look at the permissions for this folder, I'm selecting the drop-down menu next to the name of the folder. And if I go into the sharing settings for this folder, the folder is set to public on the web, so any of the items that I put within this folder will automatically also default to being public on the web. So if I go back to my Google Drive page, and if I wanted to put this wired writing description on my website and I wasn't sure what the permissions were, I can just quickly drag this into my Public Uploads for the Web folder, and the permissions for that document will change. So you can either adjust the permissions document by document, and a lot of times I will still do that so that I can organize my files according to content instead of just throwing everything into a Public Uploads folder. But this is a great time saver, and when you're I'm going to go ahead and add another attachment to this event. And if I were uploading a document and choosing one from my computer to upload, you'll see that when I upload this into my Google Drive, I'm not going to leave this selected as no folder. I'll choose my list of folders, my Public Uploads for the Web. And that way, whenever I upload, I'm just certain that the permissions will be adjusted properly. So take a moment to practice adding attachments to your calendar. Try adding attachments that are in your Google Drive or Google Docs, and also try uploading attachments from your computer. And for everything you attach, make sure that the permissions are set so that your students will be able to access that item. So basically, the permission needs to be anyone with the link can view or public on the web.